Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Carly Corinthos walked into the room with that unmistakable mix of strength, caution, and tension. The air practically shifted the moment she crossed paths with Britt Westbourne, and everyone watching could sense the sharp edges of their history crashing together once again. A prickly reunion was inevitable, but the way it unfolded on this Wednesday, September 17th episode gave us more than just a casual clash between two strong personalities. It gave us layers of resentment, curiosity, and the kind of tension that only these two women can generate when forced into the same space. Carly's sharp look said almost everything before she even opened her mouth. And Britt, with that calculated expression she wears so well, didn't back down an inch. Neither of them needed to raise their voices to make it clear that old grudges and new suspicions were alive and well. When Britt reminded Carly that Jason Morgan had once been more than just a confidant to her, it landed like a quiet explosion. Carly bristled, of course, because even now, with Jason's absence and the weight of loss pressing down on her, the memory of what he meant to her is too raw to be prodded. Britt, however, wasn't there to tiptoe around Carly's grief or her pride. She had her own wounds connected to Jason, her own unspoken emotions, and this meeting only forced those hidden feelings into the spotlight. Carly fired back, refusing to let Britt take the upper hand. Their words weren't outright insults, but they dripped with the kind of cold truths and barbed reminders that carry far more sting than open shouting ever could. The moment stretched, thick with silence between their verbal sparring, because both women knew the other wasn't about to bend. Britt subtly reminded Carly that she knew sides of Jason Carly could never touch, not even in their decades of friendship. Carly countered by insinuating that Jason's loyalty had always been hers in the end, and no one, not even Britt, could claim the same unbreakable bond. The more they spoke, the clearer it became that their connection to Jason isn't something either of them can easily let go. And even though Jason isn't physically in the picture at this moment, he was very much present in that room through every sharp glance and every bitter undertone. Meanwhile, as these two powerful women tested each other's limits, Jason himself was dealing with a different struggle. Off to the side, hidden from Carly and certainly hidden from Josslyn, Jason carried the weight of a truth that could shatter lives the moment it surfaced. The decision to keep Josslyn in the dark is not something Jason takes lightly. He has built his life around protecting Carly and those she loves, especially Josslyn, who has become like a daughter to him over the years. But this time, the truth is more complicated, more dangerous, and the stakes feel higher than ever. Jason watched from the shadows, torn between his instinct to shield and his fear that the truth will eventually escape his grasp. He knows Carly. He knows that if she discovers he has been hiding something significant from Josslyn, the fallout between them will be devastating. Their friendship has survived countless storms, betrayals, and heartbreaking losses, but hiding something this big about Josslyn is not a small crack, it's a potential earthquake that could destroy the foundation they've always relied on. Jason is not someone who hides information for personal gain. If he's keeping a secret from Josslyn, it means the truth carries danger, and that danger may be closer than anyone realizes. Back at the reunion between Carly and Britt, every word seemed to circle back to Jason, whether they intended it or not. Carly tried to project confidence, but there were flickers of unease in her eyes. Deep down, she knows Britt represents a chapter of Jason's life that Carly never fully controlled, and for someone like Carly, who has spent years believing Jason was her constant, that realization cuts deeper than she admits. Britt, on the other hand, wasn't simply out to wound Carly. Her pride demanded that she stand her ground, that she remind Carly she wasn't the only woman Jason trusted with his life, his time, and perhaps even his heart. What makes this reunion so prickly is that neither woman is entirely wrong. Jason's connection to Carly is undeniable, forged through decades of sacrifice, loyalty, and unwavering trust. Yet Britt's bond with Jason was genuine, real, and something Carly never approved of because it disrupted the narrative Carly had always clung to, that Jason was hers, first and last. Watching them face off now feels like watching two people argue over a ghost, a man whose choices continue to ripple through Port Charles even when he isn't standing in front of them. And while Carly sparred with Britt, Jason's thoughts kept drifting back to Josslyn. He remembered her as a little girl, holding his hand with complete trust, asking him questions he couldn't always answer, but always believing in him. Now she's grown, independent, and stubborn in her own right, but to Jason, she'll always be the child he promised to protect. The truth he's hiding is tied directly to her safety and her future, and that knowledge is eating away at him piece by piece. Should he tell her everything and risk exposing her to danger she's not ready for? Or should he keep the secret and risk losing her trust forever? It's the kind of choice Jason has faced before, but this time, the consequences feel something wasn't quite right, tried to read between Britt's words. Britt didn't give her much to work with, but there was a flicker in Britt's demeanor, a subtle hint that she knew more about Jason's current state than she was willing to share. Carly picked up on it, and that only added to her frustration. The thought that Britt might know something she doesn't is intolerable for Carly, and the possibility that Jason himself might be involved in keeping secrets only adds fuel to her suspicions. This is the dangerous edge Carly now finds herself on. If she presses too hard, she risks alienating Britt further, and if she goes behind Jason's back, she risks destroying their fragile balance of trust. But Carly being Carly, she won't stop digging until she uncovers the truth, no matter how much it hurts her or the people around her. Her reunion with Britt may have ended without a physical fight, but the emotional bruises linger, and both women walked away more determined than ever not to yield ground. For Jason, time is running out. The truth about Josslyn can't stay hidden forever, and the longer he delays, the greater the fallout will be. He's no stranger to sacrifice, but this time, the choice might cost him the one relationship that has defined his life more than any other. As he watches Carly and Britt battle over his memory, his loyalty, and his heart, he knows that sooner or later, he'll have to step into the open and face the consequences of the secret he's guarding. And that is the storm brewing in Port Charles this Wednesday, September 17th. Carly and Britt's sharp reunion is only the surface of deeper battles, and Jason's hidden truth about Josslyn is the ticking clock no one can stop. As these threads pull tighter, one thing is clear: every choice made now will shape not only their futures but the future of everyone connected to them. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.